Chris, just the thought with Kyle, just give him his time, or what was the thought process there, if you could?
Yeah, he's been working hard. Obviously, it was a good road trip. The back-to-back, also the emotional toll of the other night, which was really great to be a part of. Being recognized like he was, as a champion. So he just needed a day.
And Dwayne has had that ongoing back issue. So where does sort of that stand now that we're a week or so away from the start of the playoffs?
Yeah, he's doing fine with his back. He's a professional. He's getting treatment daily. He tweaked his ankle the other night, so he's just dealing with it day by day.
Hey Chris, obviously the scene a couple of nights ago was pretty cool in the locker room. How quick was Spo to message you after the win, and also I guess how involved has he remained throughout the last few days, even though he's away from the team?
Yeah, Spo's involved every step of the way still. He FaceTimed me before and after that scene in the locker room, directly after the game. He had a text waiting for me, as I got back to the locker room, and then, hi, Kyle. But yeah, even today, prepping for the game, he's still doing everything like he normally would, just remotely. The game plan, the preps, all that stuff. I've FaceTimed and Zoomed with Spo more in the past 48 hours than probably in a long time.
Hey, Quinny. Victor had obviously a great game, showed some burst and shooting ability. Anything surprise you in regards to what he did in the last game? Because you're seeing him, practice on a regular basis.
Yeah, it was probably less surprising to us than everyone else, just based on what we see daily, the amount of work that he's put in. Obviously coming off an injury like that is very difficult, and then being ingrained back into a team like ours is very difficult as well. So, I think it was great, on that back-to-back to have a couple fresh bodies, and he really brought an energy and spark that we needed. But, it's what we expect based on what we see and how much work he's put in to build his strength back, his conditioning levels, and all that stuff.
Hey, Coach, I apologize if you've already answered this, but I'm just curious what you've seen from the guys from the losing streak to now winning the last four. What's been a couple biggest differences?
Yeah, it was kind of a 1 week to another week, pretty drastic. But, guys just stuck together. There was some slight rotational changes with our team. But the vibe around the team, everyone is really enjoying each other. And you can see by our play, they're helping each other on the court. The ball movement, the player movement on that road trip was definitely taken to a new level, and out of necessity to beat some really good teams.
Go via Zoom to Wes Goldberg. Go ahead.
Hey, Chris. You've obviously been around Bam for the last few years, but what have you seen from him and his development defensively? Like, what's been the biggest leap for him, and what are your just general thoughts on his Defensive Player of the Year candidacy?
In my opinion, he is the Defensive Player of the Year. For us, he does everything defensively. We're obviously asking him to switch so much. To really have the ability to guard 1 through 5 and guard it the way he does is very unique. And to be a part of a winning team and a winning defense, and pretty much we put it all on him. And then you combine that with PJ and Jimmy in that starting lineup with Kyle. Usually, the switching really allows us to be more dynamic.
All right, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.